Pricing strategy is super important, and we're starting to really lean into the teaching of pricing strategy. I am a big fan, of premium pricing, meaning that I really like when you share your fee or pricing structure with a prospective client. This is what happens. I know I'm going to audibly do this, right? So if you're listening to this, but if you're watching the video, you'll see me do this. But like, I really like it when your prospective client goes, oh, when you mention the price, it gives them a little indigestion at first, but then they lean in and say, okay, Sarah, tell me a little bit more about that. That's the reaction that you want. That's what you want your prospective client to say, is when they first hear the fee and then they recall how you got to that point in the conversation, and then they lean in and ask you to share more. What gives you the ability to actually charge that premium price is having the conversation around business issues, business outcomes, the vital metrics along the way, and the return on investment, those 4 ingredients, right? Because then when they lean in, you can then go back and talk through all of those things and how you're knitting that together to deliver the result outcome, the financial return on investment that they're looking for. And then that pricing becomes less of an issue because you're selling on the basis of outcomes and you're not selling on the basis of hourly fees, right? And that can be an absolute game changer. Now, the one disclaimer here that I will give, and then we're going to come full circle here and start diving in about pricing, is this does not mean that you have the license to charge something absolutely ridiculous or completely unfounded, right? Like if you're currently charging $4,000 or $5,000 for a project, I am not suggesting that tomorrow it becomes $60,000. Now, let's say that one of your goals is to go from $30,000 to like $80,000, to be able to stretch that, to go from 30 to 80. Can you do that? Yup. Can you do that by really dialing in this recipe that we're talking about? Yup. But, and here's the disclaimer, right? Recognizing that I do absolutely want you to run toward those economics, but I want you to run toward those economics smartly, meaning you have to deliver value that's worth $80,000. This isn't like pulling the wool over somebody's eyes. You have to deliver value that is worth $80,000. And as you run toward those economics, you also need an audience to support that.